Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I got one more interesting problem statement for you. And if you like this video, please like the video, subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon. Now, what exactly this problem statement is all about and what exactly the use case. See, use case is like, let's say if you are a manager or a manager wants to see uh, how my spend and my revenue will look like. Let's say if I want to spend and based on different and he wants to divide into a different segments based on some setting up some threshold value, let's say spend and some revenue, like how will it will look like, and it will give him a very clear indication that okay, if I spend this much I will get this much of revenue. And different use cases, maybe let's say different kind of campaigns they are going on. So these kind of basic details, if they want to segment, these are very small number of fraction of segments are there. So but let's say if it is a huge number of segments, huge number of spend and versus revenue, sales revenue target values are there, so that will help you to get see how the values will work. Let's say for example, if I select my spend is, let's say 800k dollar or something like this, my revenue will be like 320k dollar. So based on these things, they can see and check its performance, how it looks like and everything. Uh, that comes up, like let's say this particular area, if you see first quadrant where they're spending less but the revenue is on a lesser side, whereas in this particular fourth quadrant you can see spending is less but whereas the revenue is higher. But they want to categorize this particular area and shade this area and want to specifically go into drill down of this particular section, and let's say in the next dashboard or something they want to make it something very obvious case, like if I spend $10 and in return if I get $300, so how the breakdown of these will look like. So this is a very good picture to dynamically see how the revenue or sales or any different kind of metrics will be there. So let's get started for this. What are the things that we require? So here what I have the data, it's very simple. uh, if I can show you scatter plot, where I just wanted to create is spend versus revenue. These are the product on which they want to spend. Then I've created two parameters, which is nothing but, if you see, parameter is spend and the revenue. So these are nothing but the parameters that we, if you go to modeling section, parameter, and select let's say numeric range, like these are the two different things that I've created. Now let's see how we can create that particular chart. So what I just need is a scatter plot, advertisement, this, this we need don't need to summarize, don't need to summarize. Then these are the like basic scatter plot we have. Generally what we have is like we can segment it based on the product, but here the objective is not to segment it by the product or any category, but instead of that, based on the some segments that we are creating. For example, if I just select constant line, add constant line value, if I have selected x axis, here we can go field value, and I can select the, let's say, revenue. Sorry, my bad. Spend. If you see here, spend. Oops. Then if I just select y-axis, if I just select this one, and if I select revenue, I guess I did a wrong way. Revenue parameter, and for x-axis also I need to change it to spend parameter. That would be much better. And this is it. And now let me make it a bit shorter. I have this spend. Let me go this. I have to select drop down, single selection, Since I have selected 0, let me do one thing. Let's select 6, 11. So if you see, this is the value. One more thing I can do here is like change the color. Color is something that totally depends on an individual, what kind of a color they want. Let me take this as, let's say, black. Transparency, make it dark. Then if I go to y-axis, let me select some random color for a time being. Let me do this one. Transparency 0. So if you see, these are my two segments. Spend I have. One more thing I require is my revenue. If I just set revenue, I have to go slicer, drop down, single select, revenue, let's say 220. Now, if you see, we are able to create this dynamic sections, but the color is still like conditional formatting is still missing. So what we can do for that? So for that, actually, I have created two measures. One is just a simple, if you see, I will explain this. I'm not going to rewrite it. So what I can do, what I'm saying is like my spend parameter selected, my revenue parameter selected. If my average spend is less than my spend limit and my max of my revenue is less than this, this will give you the first thing. It just it's nothing related. You can give A, B, C also. It's just that I've given 1, 2, 3. So based on every time, if you see, if I can tell you over, so anything less than this and less than this gives you this quadrant. Anything greater than this particular spend, less than this particular selected revenue, this give you this quadrant. Anything above this particular revenue and above particular spend, this particular segments and this like this. So these are my four segments that will help to create. So if I show you, so this is the one numerical based. The other one that I've created is just a simple textual based. Now what we need to do, go to marker, select color, click on FX, field values. Then if I have to select, then go to this legend value. Oops, my bad. Rules and legend value. The text is, let's say, 1. Then my color should be 1. If my text is, let's say, 2, so whichever the quadrant is there, you can just select based on that. It depends. Since I have very sorted and simple, I kept it very simple. Let me text as 4 and let me take this one. If I hit OK, if you see, this is my fourth value, this is my second value, this is, and now you can play it around it. Let's say if I select 18 and let me select 200. So if you see, this color has changed since we are given greater than or equals to value. So it comes to this particular, sorry, I guess less than and equals to value. That's why it's coming like this. So based on this is very helpful for dynamic segmentation. Generally in scatter plot, you generally can segment things based on only categorization or size. But this is something you can categorize based on the segments that you have. So let's say if you are doing some clustering analysis or something like, and you want to show it clusters, that also helps. So these kind of dynamically you want to see how much of one distant from other. And let's say if you want to drill down this particular segment, it helps that, okay, based on this threshold value, this is will be my finding, this will be my key action that I can take. So these helps a lot when it comes to like decision making, specifically very impactful business decision, I would say. And hope you are able to follow till this point. If you are able to follow till this point, please like this video, subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for the notifications. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.